All right. Welcome to Monday night, you guys. It is so great to see all your beautiful faces on here. Before we even start, I want to congratulate you guys for last month. If you had a win last month, I want you to put it in the comments. I know we had some wins on our team. So if you had a win, if someone on your team had a win, if something exciting happened, if you stepped out of your comfort zone, if you did something that you haven't done in a while, I want you to shout it out. If you showed up at a training this weekend, I want you to shout it out. That's a big deal. I know Alta stepped outside her comfort zone and she came to the training this weekend. Tammy drove all the way from North Carolina to come to a training. Nancy drove all the way from almost to Florida to come to a training. So there's a lot of big things that happened over the last yesterday, well, this past weekend, and in July. July was a great month. Um, Nancy is being very humble. She said she got to meet me in person, but she did not say that she hit manager for the very first time. So I want to shout out Nancy for hitting manager, and also Holly Aldridge. I don't see her on here, but she hit manager. And then we had another rank advancement. Brian Johnson hit manager. So Tammy said our team doubled. Our new starts was 62% on subscribe and save. Lori said she got two new customers. She did a live event. She actually did two live events with Karen. Veronica came to the training. Jody stepped out of her comfort zone to talk to a stranger about the business. Oh, nuts on that one. High five, girl. Nancy also got her X5 bonus for the first time. Heather signed up a new customer. iPhone 11. Who is iPhone 11? She got her X5 and her partners had the best. Who's that? Karen. She got her X5, her partners, and Karen had her best month ever, too. Um, she was 400 points from silver manager, so she almost ranked advanced. So I know she's going to get that. Leslie, consistency and posting on social media. Tammy, not, yeah, baby, back to silver after 5 months. Woohoo! Let's see. And anybody else? Let's see. Tammy said she signed up two new partners. Woohoo! And Athena, she showed up at the training too. And Athena had a fantastic month last month. So, y'all, pat yourselves on the back. Good job, everybody. I'm so proud of y'all for doing the things and getting fired up and doing what it takes. And you know what? Just the fact that you're here right now shows that you have a commitment level that most people don't. And when you have that kind of commitment level to take time away from your family, to take time in order to grow yourself, that's what it takes in order to take this to the next level. So you're going to do things right now that most people won't, because there should be a lot more than 21 people on here, right? But what's going to happen, because you're willing to do things that most people don't or most people won't, you're going to be able to live like most people can't, because your business is going to grow because you're going to grow. So I want to just celebrate all you for doing this, doing that, and showing up, because that's what it takes. You got to show up to go up, right? Um, I just want to start again. It's not lost on me what it means for you guys to show up. The sacrifice. Believe me, I know all about sacrifice. And for you to sacrifice time away from your family, it is not lost on me. I'm honored that you have taken time away to come and listen to me. So tonight I'm going to talk about something I know that we all need. And it's not just, let me get my, I want to make sure if y'all know, if you are here Saturday, you know my notes don't mean anything, but I'm going to get them anyways to try to stay on track. But if the Lord leads me in another direction, I know that it's where it's supposed to go and somebody needs it. But I'm going to try to stay on my notes tonight because it's really good stuff. And I wanted to talk about it Saturday because it's really good stuff. But we're going to try to stay on track tonight. So just Jan and Greg, y'all my people. So if I start to go way off track, y'all just reel me back in, okay? But I want to talk about something I know that we all need, and it's not just another strategy and it's not just more tools, but a reset of belief, a recentering of our mission and why we're here, a reminder of why you even started in the first place. Greg talked about your why. He talks about that a lot because it's that important. This isn't just another team call. This is the moment that you choose to keep doing what you've been doing or to wake up your true potential. I'm going to say that one more time because I want you to hear that. You have a choice right now to keep doing what you've been doing. And if that's your choice, you're going to keep getting what you've been getting. Or you have a choice to wake up the true potential that's deep inside of you that has not been unleashed yet. So you are not just here to build a business. You are here to build something that people will remember, something that multiplies, something that changes lives. And we want it to start with your own life. We want you to definitely change your own life, but we rise when we lift others. If we help enough people get what they want, help enough people do this business that will change their lives, your life's going to change by default. It's not that there's not going to be any way that you could stop it. But before you build anything great, you have to know who you are. Because if you don't know who you are and whose you are, you're going to spend your entire business trying to prove your worth instead of walking in your gifts. That's some good stuff, y'all. I don't care who you are. That's some good stuff. So if you don't know who you are and whose you are, you're going to spend every day working your business trying to prove your worth instead of walking in the gifts that you already have. Legacy builders don't chase popularity. They lead with purpose. They're not paralyzed by what they don't have, like um, they don't. Okay, let me think about this. So they're not paralyzed by what they don't have, like a ton of followers, thousands and hundreds of thousands of followers, years and years and years of experience do this, a huge platform, a big voice. So those things that they don't have, they're not paralyzed by that. But what they do is they focus on what they do have. And that is vision. That is grit. That is determination. That is a decision to show up different than other people do. So let me ask you a question. Okay. This is going to be kind of interactive tonight. You don't have to answer this out loud, but you are going to write something down in a second. If I handed you a microphone right now, or if I unmuted you right now and said, tell us what you're building and why it matters, could you answer that question with conviction? Tell us what you're building and why it matters. Could you answer that question with conviction? So this is what I want you to do tonight. I want you to write that one sentence, just one, okay? Write a sentence that defines the legacy you're building. I don't want it to be a product sentence, and not because I need the money sentence, but a legacy statement. So mine would be, and I wrote mine down, okay? Let me read this. Mine would be, I'm building a business that helps ordinary women realize they were created for extraordinary impact. And I'm building a legacy of freedom so my grandkids will know that if you have a dream and work hard, you can have anything. I know that's a run-on sentence, but that's my sentence. It's long, but that's what it is. So I'm building a business that helps ordinary women realize that they were created for extraordinary impact. And I'm building a legacy of freedom so my grandkids will know that with a dream and hard work that they can have anything. So I want you to take a few seconds. I want you to let it come from your gut and let your gut speak louder than the lies. So big. It needs to be something big like that. So just a couple of seconds. Or just think about it in your head if you don't have a pen and paper. What would your legacy statement be? And if you need to go back and do it, or if you're watching this, just pause it, and watching the replay on this, just pause and actually think about that statement and what your what your legacy statement or impact statement would be. So that right there, what you're writing down or what you're thinking about right now, that is your North Star. That is going to be what sets you apart. That's what you're going to be inviting people into. Because when somebody joins your team, when you get a new partner, they don't come in for the products. Y'all, I'm telling you, everybody has the best products in the world. If you ask anybody, their products are the best. They got the best weight loss products. They got the best gut products. They got the best protein products. They got the best. You ask anybody, they're going to say same thing you are. We know ours are the best, but they're going to say the same thing. So somebody that has never tried Singular is going to hear that from you and from everybody else. What they're going to buy is you. They're going to join the person, not the products. So the vision that you have for yourself is also the vision you have for them. So it's got to be big. We know Singular has an unmatched culture. That's something that a lot of other companies don't have. So that's one of the things that we can talk about that makes us unique. We have a compensation plan that is very, very generous, has tons of new start bonuses, has, all kinds of things that a lot of companies don't have. Daily pay. Let's talk about the things that make us unique. We have a chance to have a life of freedom, a life of adventure. That's some travel, free travel. That's what people want. The memories that they can make. That's what we need to get loud about. And you need to get loud about you, that what you're doing, what you're creating, what your dream is, what your impact is, what your big, beautiful dream and vision that you have for yourself is, because that's what the people are going to want to be a part of, not the same old that they see every time they scroll. And what drives growth is not complicated, because you don't need more tools. You don't need another app. You don't need another website. You don't need one more training. You need more obsession with your mission. You don't have to be more organized. You need to take more ownership into this business. You don't need to be more creative and make more lists and make beautiful flyers. You need to commit to simple duplication. So what separates, there's different things that people come into this as. So it's very rare to find a leader. Leaders are rare. A lot of people come in as hobbyists, where they do it, when it's convenient for them. It's not a priority. It's down on the priority list. But what separates the hobbyist from a leader is that priority. It's like that obsession. And it's a deep fire lit belief that this matters and you are here for a purpose, a bigger purpose than what you even know. And it's what makes you post even when nobody is commenting. Oh Lord, how many deal with that? I mean, I can post a picture of my grandkids and get 200 people liking it, post a picture about Singular and crickets, but it's what makes you post even when nobody's watching, or so you think, when nobody's reacting. Let me say that. It's what makes you follow up with people one more time, even if they've ghosted you the last 4 times you followed up. It's what makes you show up for these meetings, even if you're discouraged. It's what makes your business visible. And that visibility is what creates demand. Because here's the truth. When you're obsessed with your goals, nobody has to remind you to show up. Nobody has to remind you to follow up. Nobody has to remind you to post on your social media. Nobody has to remind you to do the things it takes, because you're already doing it, because it is something that's important to you. It is a priority to you. It is embedded in you. It's in your bones, And there's when you take ownership. This business grows when you do. You don't wait for your upline to check in. You don't wait for a promo. You take ownership like you're the CEO of a major multi-million dollar business because you are. Even if your numbers hadn't caught up with you yet, that's what you've got in your hand. You have got, it could be a multi-billion dollar business. There's no limits. You know that. What? There's no limits except for what? No limits except for the ones that you've placed. So you take ownership like a CEO of a major conglomerate because this is your business. Nobody's going to build it for you. It's up to you to take it to whatever you want it to be. If you want it to be a multi-thousand-dollar business, it can be. If you want it to be a multi-million-dollar business, it can be. Multi-billion dollars, it can be. You have to take ownership and make it whatever it is that you want it to be. And I want you to be really real with yourself. And again, you don't have to put this in the chat. I want you to answer this from your heart, from your mind, and be really honest with yourself. Okay. If my whole team showed up like me this week, how would I be growing? How would my business be growing? If my whole team had the same attitude as me this week, how would my team be growing? If my whole team had the same mindset as me this week, how would my team be growing? That question alone can change everything, because if your answer was, well, then you might want to shift and make some changes. If your answer was, man, if I could have everybody like me, we would be on fire. Let's go. Then you keep running just like that, like your hair's on fire, like you have been, because you've got to lead by example, and you've got to be the one that shows people the way. Can't just tell somebody to do something, because that's not duplication. Everything you do duplicates. And the best strategy is simple. It's that. It's duplicate what you're doing. Work hard and duplicate it. Right now we have got, like, I want to talk about like the best things that it's the best hidden secret right now, because you got to scroll all the way down at the bottom of the thing to find it. But that core launch pack and that complete launch pack are the two best things I think Zingular has put out there in years. And they aren't just product packs, they are business launch pads. And we know in order to grow this business, we have got to find other business builders. That is our whole model. Selling products is a retail job. This is a multi-level marketing, network marketing business. We have to have multi-levels in order to grow big. Don't be scared of that. That is not an ugly thing. That is a beautiful thing. People have made it so cringy that the MLM, like, they've made it so like, oh, that's illegal. That's a peer. It's not. That is a beautiful thing that the everyday ordinary person can build an entire huge conglomerate and have dreams that nothing else can give them. Because I can promise you, my corporate job that I worked my tail off in could never give me what Zingular has already given me and what it's going to continue giving me. That multi-level marketing structure, oh my God, it is the best thing in the world. You can make money while you sleep. Nobody else. What other place can you do that besides being an insurance person? That is a beautiful thing. Don't get cringy with it. Shout it from the rooftops. Get loud about it, and be proud about it. But what you got to duplicate is you've got to duplicate your vision. You've got to lead with vision. You've got to show someone how to use the products to launch. Then help them help two more. Do the same thing. That's the blueprint. That's it. It's that easy. You find two people, have them find two people. Have each of them find two people. Then you see? And then pretty soon, your efforts of finding two leaders, not product users, two business builders that catch the vision, that see what you see, that you instill that dream in them, instill that vision in them. That's the blueprint. That's the momentum. That's what you want to duplicate. And that's exactly how you earn this Sundance trip. Oh my gosh, y'all. I'm so excited about that. Nobody in the entire industry is allowing anybody to earn a free trip for two to my favorite place in the whole world at this low of a threshold. It's unheard of. You don't have to have a huge team to earn it. And I don't know, I'm sure there's some people on here that are not going for the Sundance trip. They're going for another trip. But I want to focus on the Sundance trip because that's what you can help new partners earn. That's what the majority of you are trying to earn. And you do not have to have a huge team to earn that. You do not have to have years of experience to earn that. You need a simple plan and the willingness to run. And I'm going to give you 3 breakdowns. And I don't like the first one, but I'm going to tell it to you anyways because Dawn Abbott got to 10,000 points without one partner. I don't recommend that because she worked her butt off, but it is possible. So you enroll 16 people with a complete wellness pack, and that's the trip. 2 months in a row, and the trip is done. That's the first option. Simple. Option 2, you help 3 people hit manager. There you go. Option 3, you help 2 people see the vision and earn that Sundance trip. And not only did you just earn it, but you way exceeded it and got to that next rank, got into that next level of the global bonus pool. And that's before you do anything. So 2 people that earn that Sundance trip gets you to 10,000 points, gold manager. And you have helped change 2 lives because not only did they earn the Sundance trip or qualify first month for the Sundance trip, but if they do it if they qualify in their first month, they have just earned over $2,000. How will that change somebody's life? And then you tell them the same thing. Help 3 people get to manager or get 16 people in with the same kit that you got. And start them with a complete launch pack. I mean, whatever it's called, complete. This says wellness. That is launch. Complete launch pack. People will, if you show them how they can leverage that, people will spend money on things because you're instilling that vision in them. And they got 45 days to decide. If they use Klarna, it's $144 to get started. If they come in with the core, you just figure up the numbers on that. I think it's 27. They buy a core pack and they have to get 27 people with the core and they just earn the trip, and you just figure it up, based on those points. You can break it down based on those points, but that's your lane. You choose the lane that fits your style. And then you don't even have to use those. You pick the one that you like. Just pick one or 2 though. Don't pick all of them. Find the ones that you're convicted, that have your conviction, because that's what's going to help you. And you find the one that fits your style, fits your strengths, fits your season, and then you run like crazy. I don't know. I know my team. I posted it in my team. I guess it was last week. One of my mentors, his name is Kevin Paul Scott. And he sends out an email every week. And this couple of weeks ago, he sent out one called Creating Demand. And one of the quotes from that says, the best way to create demand is to demonstrate value before people even ask for it. So think about that. You don't build demand by begging people to join you. You build demand by showing up consistently, living your message out loud, and demonstrating so much value that people are drawn in without you having to chase them. They are asking you for information. They are coming to you saying, sister, why ain't you told me about this? People aren't looking for perfection. One of the things that Sarah said this weekend, people want to see you in the messy middle. They're not looking for perfection. They're looking for someone that has a purpose. They're looking for someone that wants to better their life, someone that's going to let them in and see, this is everything that's going on, in my life. They're looking for someone who shows up, someone who believes in what they're doing, someone who is leading by example, someone who keeps going through the hard and through the obstacles. So, what have you asked yourself this question this month? What kind of value am I putting into the world that would make someone want to work with me, even if I never ask them? What are you putting out? What kind of post are you putting out? What kind of message are you putting out? How are you posturing yourself? And what value are you giving to the world that would make someone want to work with you? That's the kind of person who builds demand. That's who you want to become. And it takes grit. Grit looks like showing up when you're tired, following up when you're discouraged, going live when your voice is you're about to throw up, leading from a place of faith when everything in you feels overwhelmed. Y'all know, like, my life is chaos. Caregiving is hard. And a lot of y'all saw that when y'all were here this weekend. My life is full. Some days I lead from exhaustion, but I show up. I'm still here because this matters so much. It's in my bones. I believe in what we're doing. I believe in this mission. I believe in this purpose. I believe that I can, because I'm showing up, it's going to help others rise. It's bigger than me. And I know what's on the other side of the climb. I've already been there. That's going to make me get emotional, y'all. I know what's in your future. I've seen it. I've lived it. Y'all, I know what's on the other side, which is why I show up, which is why I instill everything I have into you and create that belief into you, because I know what's waiting for you. I know what this is going to give you. I know, like, the excitement that you're going to have. Most people don't quit because they aren't good at it. They quit because they're not prepared. They never got prepared for what it's going to take to keep going in those valleys. It's in the valleys that you learn. You can't just stay on the mountaintops. How are you ever going to grow? If I hadn't gone through valleys, how would I ever tell you that you can get to that next mountaintop and how beautiful it's going to be when you fight your way to it? You got to normalize hard, and you got to normalize the climb. And I want you to think of one person right now that you love, someone who would benefit if this business worked the way that I know it can. Picture their face, say the name in your head, and ask yourself, am I showing up for them like it matters? Because if you were, nothing could stop you. What if a year from now you looked back and said, August 4th was the day that I decided to stop waiting and start leading? What if the person that you enrolled this week earns the trip and says, you changed my life? What if your name is the one they speak when they tell their story? It's happening right now for me, and it is an amazing, humbling feeling. You don't have to be the loudest. Just be the most committed. If you're ready to build, not just talk about it, not just hope for it, not just say you're going to do it, but actually take this to the next level, I want you to reach out to your coach, your active upline, tonight. Not next week, not tomorrow, tonight. We're starting August 4th. Write that date down, August 4th. And you tell them, I am all in and I want to go over my goals. I want a plan to get me to the next level. And then schedule a time to talk with them on the phone, either tomorrow or Wednesday. Not text, not message, not comment, but verbal conversation. And I want you to have a conversation with them verbally on the phone at least 3 times a week. And listen to me, if they're not willing to talk to you, they are not your active upline. So you just keep going until you find someone, you can stop at Mirjan or whoever, Christy, I think Christie's are there. You go up until you find someone who is running and will run with you, because this month is full of opportunity. You can earn Sundance. You can earn the Sambas. I had to look up what Sambas were, but they're pretty cool. You can hit the X5 bonus. If you're in your first 30 days, you can hit your quick start bonus. You can hit your accelerate bonus. You can find people to help get their quick start bonuses and accelerate bonus. You can find partners to rise and duplicate with you, but it just starts with a decision. It starts with a decision to create the demand and be the person that you weren't last month. Or if you were last month, I don't want to say that. Accelerated. Yes, I can say that. I was going to say cracked up, but just a bigger version of who you were if you were already doing the things. You do more. Duplicate the vision. And y'all, let's go build something worth remembering. Something that is going to make you that legend, that's going to leave the legacy. There's not one of you on this call that cannot do it. Find your belief. Find your worth. Find your value. Because you showed up. You showed up. Why'd you show up? You showed up because you want more. You want to be more. You took your time because you want something more than what you have now. So go get it. Nobody's stopping you but you. The only person standing in your way is the person in the mirror. So go tell her, or him, Greg, go tell her that I was made for more. I am worth more. I can do more. And this means something to me. And nothing's going to stop me. That's what I got for y'all tonight. That's all I got. I love y'all. Greg, Jan.
Hey, all I'm going to say is, it's like the first day of football practice. You got to go to practice. You got to put in the effort. You got to put in the time. And if today is first day of fall camp, let's go. August 1st to July 31st for this new accelerated program that for anybody that's been here for a while, wow, impactful, exciting. And you ain't going to wake up tomorrow and it's going to happen, but it's going to start. And when it starts, the next 12 months, wow, just keep mining that coal. Put the pick on your shoulder, get down in the coal mine and mine that coal, and that diamond's going to pop out. I promise you, there's going to be some diamonds there, and it don't feel like it. And we're going to come out of there dusty and dirty and bloody sometimes. But dadgum, when you find that diamond, you forget about all them tons of coal that you've done mine.
That's right. And here's a statement that you can use when you're talking to people: as you turn feel-good products into free trips. That's all I got. Good, Melissa.
Oh, sorry. Has anybody else got anything? All right. Well, I'm going to declare Ephesians 3:20 over us. God is going to do exceedingly and abundantly more than we can think or ask, because we honor him. His blessings are going to chase us down and overtake us. You are in the right place at the right time, and I declare a boldness to rise up in each one of you. God is going to open supernatural doors. People are going to seek us out, and we're going to rise in the ranks because we give him the honor and glory for it all. I love y'all. Good night.